Have a seat. Okay, can you think of one single reason why Elizabeth would want to meet with Alexis?
No, I have to ask
Okay,
her.
no. Save your breath. I already know. So according to my mother, Elizabeth trashed me. And she asked my mom to keep me away from you and your kids. Can you believe that? Like me, I'm some sort of a threat to her?
Elizabeth has no right dictating who I speak with.
Yeah. Okay, this is the problem. Things have been sort of difficult between my mother and I since the whole Rick situation. And I just feel like if she goes around spreading these rumors and stirring things up, I'm really worried it's going to make things worse.
I'm sorry. I know you must be going through hell right now. And you don't need Elizabeth making things worse. All right, I have to try and look at this from Lucky's point of view for a moment. I mean, it has to be difficult for him to know where the lies even end here. He feels totally undermined.
I lied to Lucky to protect him, just like you did. And when we agreed to get married, there was nothing to be gained by telling him that I had slept with Jason.
Or maybe you were just afraid to tell him?
Of course I was afraid. He's a recovering addict. If I had told him, it could have ruined everything. So I made a choice to bury it.
But Lansing dug it back up.
And I know right now it seems like it was a really bad idea, but at the time it made perfect sense.
No, I agree. I agree with that. But Lucky has a right to be angry here at both of us. And us telling him that he shouldn't be isn't helping the matter.
And I'm not going to deny his feelings. But I won't let him vent all over me with my boys in the house. And I will not raise my children surrounded by anger.
Well, what does that mean? Does that mean if Lucky doesn't forgive you on your timetable, you're going to pack up your kids and leave again? Lulu.
Everybody needs to take care of themselves and leave me alone.
Lulu.
Hey, you want me to go after her?
No, she's right. I've got no right offering advice to anyone.
Oh, Lucky, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I kind of feel like this is my fault if I hadn't asked you to come here. And you're going through so much already.
Hey, I'm glad you did. If Elizabeth caused any more problems between you and your mother, I'm really sorry.
Well, thank you, but it's not your fault.
I should go. You were probably sitting here getting some peace and quiet before I showed up.
Hey, Lucky. Thanks for coming by. I kind of feel like you and I were both going through so much pain right now. And I don't know. I just kind of feel like we understand each other.
Look, I'm sure that Lucky is worried that if he acts in a way that you deem irrational, that you're going to take his family away. I mean, what does he do with that?
We're supposed to work this out as adults.
I know, but he's not angry that you just slept with Jason. It's the fact that you lied about it for months and then pretend that he was just a friend.
He is a friend.
Okay, so let's say if Lucky wanted to have a friendship with Maxie, met her in the park, visit her at work, how would that go over with you?
Okay, here's the difference. Maxie was feeding Lucky pills and tried to ruin his life. Jason has always supported me and in fact saved my life and Jake's.
And it kills Lucky that Jason is your hero. And now he finds out that you slept with him and lied about it? I mean, Elizabeth, he's angry. And if you don't allow him to own that, it'll be harder for the both of you.
Nobody needs to tell me how much I've hurt my husband. And nobody will fight harder than me to keep our family together.
Why aren't you back at court?
They're finished with my testimony.
I thought Lucky would be here. I kind of blew him off at Kelly's and I feel bad about it.
Oh, well, he's not here. I'm sure you heard what happened on the stand between me and Jason and how I kept it from your brother all these months.
Look, we all have problems and we all make lousy choices and it's nobody's right to judge. Seems like as soon as you care about someone, you're asking for complications.
Thanks for meeting me here. Neutral territory. I'm here looking at office space, Lucky.
Come on.
I don't need neutral territory.
Come on, you didn't call me for advice on real estate. I'm guessing you and my wife have some strategy on how to deal with me.
Look, I'm on your side, okay?
Yeah, I wish I had $1 for every time you said that.
All right, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Elizabeth. You just stop blaming each other and start fighting for your family, or you will lose them.
Your Honor.
Lucky just took off.
Nikolas is looking for him.
Why aren't you?
The boys are asleep upstairs, and I know that Lucky needs some time to himself. He'll come home when he's ready.
Yeah, he will. And you need to see him more than I do, so I'm gonna go.
Lulu, wait. Since we've had issues of our own, now this whole secret has come out. If you want to talk about it, I'd rather just deal with it right now.
Lucky was in a lot of trouble. He was hooked on pills and he was cheating on you, and sometimes I think it was Lucky that I was really mad at. But you're not supposed to get mad at an addict. You're supposed to be compassionate and have patience. So when you left him, I freaked out. And I took it out on you, and I probably shouldn't have.
It's okay. He's your brother and you love him.
But I get why you kept it a secret from him. I saw how Lucky was when Jake was kidnapped. He was spiraling out of control. Obviously, he's not as strong as he'd like to think.
Yeah, it was a pretty horrible time.
You're the closest thing that I have to a sister, Elizabeth, and I would hate to lose that. And I know underneath all of that hurt and anger, Lucky still loves you.
Thank you. Nikolas,
Hi.
should I guess why you wanted to see me?
Well, after you left Lucky's house today, things got a bit, shall I say, ugly. Lucky's about as angry with me as he is with Elizabeth. And then Elizabeth came home and it set him off again.
Yeah, I'm sure Lucky feels very much alone.
I'm sure he does. And obviously there will be some tension between the two of them for at least a little while. And I don't think it's helping either one of them to have you around. In fact, I think it's probably making it worse.
And there it is. Elizabeth came running to you about what a terrible person I am, didn't she?
Lucky. I just had a long conversation with Nikolas, and then Lulu, and I'm convinced that we're worth fighting for. So if we can be understanding and calm...
Why don't you help me understand this? Where the hell do you get out telling Alexis to keep Sam away from me?
No one asked me to speak to you, Sam. I'm just afraid that Lucky's angry enough to destroy what matters to him most, and that's his wife and his children.
Well, if you think I'm feeding Lucky's anger, you are wrong. We've actually become friends. We have a lot more in common than you think. And you know what? Honestly, it's actually nice to be around somebody who understands betrayal.
I'm not sure it's that simple. Because if you could get Lucky away from Elizabeth, it'd be some sort of sweet revenge, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I want us to have the best chance possible. And I thought Alexis might understand how important it is to keep our family together.
Well, if you have a problem with me talking to Sam, say it to my face, not behind my back.
All right? I have a major problem with Sam being around you and our children. Lucky, she hates me.
She has good reason to.